If you want to be happier as an entrepreneur or business owner, just don't sell anything to poor people. They're horrible customers. They constantly complain and they come with so many different headaches. Instead, do business with rich people. They pay better, it costs more, they're cooler, and they're easier to deal with. And then take the profit and go donate your time or money to poor people and help them become more successful. Anybody here that runs a small business or been in sales, you know exactly what I'm talking about. A $10,000 or $100,000 customer, they simply are like, hey, paid invoice, thumbs up. They invite you places. They want to go drink with you. They want to hang out with you. They're cool. They shoot the And unfortunately, selling to poor people is just stressful. They're not as classy. They get declined a lot. They dispute the charges. They complain. They write bad reviews. Wealthy people, they don't have time for that. They don't care. Once they trust you, they will always do business with you, and it's just a better experience.
If you want to be happy as an entrepreneur, what I would say is don't sell to poor people. And I don't mean that in the wrong way. I was a poor person growing up. But what I've noticed when you sell cheap products to poor people, you just get a lot of ag. They leave bad reviews. They're constantly nagging you, waiting for updates. Whereas I've got a business that I sell to rich people and they leave you alone. Hey bro, money's been paid in. Just wire that. Let me know when there's an update.
So what we see here, we see people telling you don't sell to poor people. If you're an entrepreneur, they're telling you to start working with wealthy people, because if you work with poor people, it's more of a headache. It's more agonizing to make the sale. And I agree with that. Poor people have a poverty mindset. They're penny pinchers. Typically, when poor people are shopping, they're shopping for things that they know they can't afford, so they're trying to find a deal. If you're trying to run a business, if you want to make money, it's best that you work with people that have money. It's a better conversation. It's an easier conversation. You're not forcing somebody and feeling like you got to run an okie doke on them for them to buy something. It's easier to sell to wealthier people because they have money. If wealthy people are coming to you, it's because you're fulfilling the need that they need done in a timely fashion. Whereas poor people come to you, even though you're a small business, even though you have a service, they want a discount, they want a deal because they can't afford it. So that's why it's simply better to work with wealthy people over poor people, because poor people just have a bad mindset. They want a deal all the time, deal. And then I hate to say it, working with poor people, working with people that have a poverty mindset, just are more difficult. They're it's just more difficult for some reason, and you don't understand it. But then you start to understand it's just that they shouldn't even be getting this, my service, my product, or even using my time. They can't afford it. So they question everything. They try to figure out every way they can to get your service or product for cheap. That's why it's better to work with rich people. Work with wealthy people that actually appreciate your product or appreciate your time or appreciate your service. It's about appreciation. When you're working with people with money, they appreciate you. Where you're working with people that don't have money or poor or have a poverty mindset, they're trying to get your service for cheaper because they don't truly appreciate what you bring and your value. It's all about value when you're working with wealthy people, because what do wealthy people value the most? Their time. So how are you going to help them do the best they need to do with your product or service and also decrease their time that's so valuable to them? It's not about money with poor people, with rich people or wealthy people. It's about time. The most important thing is time. How quick and easy is this going to be for me, but also gives me a lot of value? Rich people will pay for convenience. They will pay for your knowledge because it saves them the most important thing, which is time. Whereas poor people, they have all the time in the world because their time is not valuable yet. So they're more concerned about the money, and they're more concerned about how can I get a deal on everything that I touch. That's why it's better for you as an entrepreneur, if you can, work with wealthy people from the beginning. Work with them from the start, because you are giving them convenience. You understand that I'm working with wealthy people and I'm good. And the reason why wealthy people work with them, because I save them time. That's the most important thing.
Let me know if you need any help with the team. They're just so much more understanding, and the peace of mind that you get when you do things with rich people. They want to invite you out to dinner, they invite you around to their bar mitzvahs or to their weddings, and it's just a smoother transactions.
That's very true. You're rubbing shoulders with rich people. If you want to be rich, who do you need to be around? Rich and wealthy people. You don't want to be around broke people because you don't want to be broke. I hate to say it, Marcus, you sound so mean, but it's true. Do you want to be rich and wealthy, or do you want to be poor and broke? Your company dictates what happens to you in your life and how much money you make, right? So if you're around wealthy people, you're going to rub shoulders with wealthy people and you're going to be wealthy too. But if you continue to be around broke people, you will be broke. Your environment is very important. That's why it's good to work with wealthy people, because of the networking. Networking and providing convenience and making and helping wealthy people do things and help them save time is how you'll make a lot of money.
The only thing you get when dealing with poor people is just headache and stress and bad reviews. And I'm sorry to say it, like, the honesty is, I came from that. That's where I came from. So I believe I have a right to say it. But it's honestly true. If you want to be happy and stress-free, which is why I'm transitioning to just focusing on those high-ticket customers, those who are spending lots of money on it. If you've got a team that can help you out with the small-ticket customers, like what I'm doing here, then do it. But if not, it's just going to give you ag and stress. Don't shoot the messenger. Peace.
Don't do business with poor people. I repeat, do not do business with poor people. This is the video that's finally gonna get me canceled. I'm lying. I'm uncancelable. Hi, my name is Niket. Not Nike. Let's do it. And before you get all emotional, I'm not talking about your bank account. I'm talking about their mindset. Being poor is not about money. It's a frequency. And the worst thing you can ever do to yourself, especially when you're launching a business and you're a small business, is to cater to people with a poverty mindset. And I have a very personal story to back this up. First, let me give you 4 reasons why you should never, ever, ever cater your business, especially if it's a small business, to the poor. I'll tell you why. Number 1, poor mindset clients, they complain about price before they even understand value. Number 2, they negotiate from fear, not logic. Number 3, they want champagne results on a water budget. Number 4, they drain your time, your energy, and your nervous system. So it's about...
Wow. There you go. It's a mindset. Poor people have the poverty mindset. That's just what it is, right? So those people, like she said, they name off those 4 things. They don't value your time. They don't understand convenience. They want champagne on a water budget. They don't appreciate who you are and what you bring to the table. That's the reason why you shouldn't work with poor people, because you want to be valued. Your value dictates how much money you make. You providing convenience and them and people, your clients seeing your value, determines your price. Well, why would you work with people that don't understand your value? That just, no matter what, they want you for cheap. This is why you have to get away from cheap people, broke people, poor people, because it's the mindset. They will never see you as valuable because their mindset is already what it is. That's what you have to understand. It's not a thing about being mean to poor people. It's just that if you're trying to be rich, you get into business. You get into business to make money. You don't get into business to make friends. You don't get into business just to help out the community. You get into business to make money. Let's be straight up. So if you want to get into business and make money, who you should be around? Rich and wealthy people, not people with a poverty mindset. That would do nothing for you. All it would do is give you stress, lose money, and put you out of business. That's not what this is about.
400 of you guys that are asking me to turn my one-on-one consultation that I do with you guys into a full mentorship program. Now, if you're just meeting me,
that's the thing you have to understand. As she's pushing her thing. I get it, love. But we get back to the topic is you have to understand you want to work with the people that you want to be. If you want to be wealthy, you work with wealthy people. If you want to make money, you work with people who make money. If you don't, then what are you going to do? You see what I'm saying? So you have to make sure you put yourself in a position to work with the people that have money because they understand your value, because you provide convenience and knowledge. That's what business is all about. The people that make the most money in any industry provide convenience and they have knowledge, and that proves their value. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. As always, keep the thing rock, keep it going. I appreciate everybody rocking with me. Tap into the No Filter Morning Show Monday through Friday, 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. I appreciate you guys rocking with me, and I'm out.